Basketball is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis Medical Center, Country Financial Agent Casey Formanet, Dakota Cabinetry, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Ripper Sports Store, High Camp Construction, Milligard, Merle Steam Cleaning, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Nodak Insurance Agent Carson Zarek, Optimum Rehab, Quality Toyota, OSPTI, Ready, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Sanford Health, Smith Motors, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Superior Builders, Twin Town Villa, and Wahpeton Family Dentistry. Now here's the Red River Grain pregame show.
And welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986. Turner Bluff is here at Moorhead High School. My apologies for giving you the wrong location the last time around when we did the last broadcast, as it was supposed to be at Concordia College. They accidentally doubled up on their schedule over in Cobberville, so here we are at Moorhead High School instead, and matching up in this championship game, we got Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, the top seed in Section 6A, Breckenridge squaring off with them, and Hillcrest actually took care of Breckenridge in the regular season, as we'll kind of loop into their schedule a little bit here, as they only have 2 losses on the year entering this ball game. Pelican Rapids being one of them, the other one being Mountain Iron Buell, and the Breckenridge game that we had mentioned was a 59-53 final. Breckenridge had led in that one by about 5 points, and looks like Hillcrest got into this ball game by winning over Henning. We'll start off with my apologies. Also got to make sure we gave you some highlights here to start off the broadcast. And also joining me on the pregame show, pretty fitting for the Red River Grain pregame show, we're joined by Carson Yagi. How's it going today, Cars?
Good, Turner. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on. My apologies, I couldn't really make contact earlier to loop up for a broadcast. But here we are making up for lost time, and it should be a really fun clash. First time that the Breckenridge Cowgirls have been in the section championship game since 2001. And what do you think you've seen from this bunch that has really kind of stood out to you this year for the Cowgirls, as they've gone just through an absolute gauntlet of a schedule this year?
They move the ball really well. They're very consistent on scoring a lot of points every night, but what made them really, really good all year is it's going to be Parker one night, it's going to be Jonica the next night, it's going to be Emily one night, or all of a sudden, hey, Anna Spear comes in and she hits 3-4 threes in a game. The 2 bigs do an unbelievable job of giving them buckets and bunches, and it's just, they're really, really well balanced in what they do, and they share the ball so well to go with it.
Mm-hmm. They got a squad for sure. They do move the ball really well, and you mentioned Anna. We will tackle the injury report brought to you by CHI St. Francis nice and early here to let you know they will be without Anna Spear in this ball game. Cowgirls going to roll with a 7-girl rotation, and when you factor in that they usually don't like to go with that double big lineup, it's kind of more of a 6-girl rotation because it's all the girls with all the guards are splitting all that limited time. So tell me a little bit about how that maybe is going to factor into this ball game.
Well, I think at this ball game, I mean, Hillcrest likes to play fast. Breckenridge obviously likes to play fast. And Breckenridge likes to go to the 5-guard lineup a lot with it as well. So, I mean, we're going to see a very up-and-down game in the first half. And it was kind of like Underwood. Toward the second half, they come out and, hey, they're not pressing as much. They're playing a little bit more solid just in the half-court defensively. And I think the game's going to start out playing really fast, but also these section championships. And, hey, you get a little bit more of the TV timeouts with it. And the game slows down a little bit more, it feels like. So you have a little more rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a section champion in your own right on the hardwood. So tell me a little bit about, just kind of what maybe the Cowgirls can channel to get it done. What was something that your group thought that they did that kind of got it clicking at the right time to win in tournament time?
I think it comes out to how well you start, essentially. There's so much of these games you go into it and how excited everyone's been. And, I mean, it's been Breck and Hillcrest all year. We know what happened in the first game where Hillcrest came away and everyone's, we're going to get them in the section champion immediately. And the pressure's on, and it's just kind of, hey, take a deep breath to start the game out. You know what? It's just another basketball game. It's the same 10-foot hoop. You're just playing in a little different gym, but, I mean, you're playing with the best friends.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to dive into those games that you'd mentioned for this playoff run. First off, we'll go through the Ashby game, run through that. That was the game they lost Anna Spear in the opening round. She went for 17 points, had 6 boards, 2 steals. Emily Gowan had 16 herself that night. Jonica Bernades following with 13. Also had 10 boards that night. My goodness, not too bad for the guard. Along with 4 steals, 3 assists, fantastic floor game. 5 steals from Emily Gowan in that one. And Parker Yagi, only 6 points, only took 8 shots in it. And like Carson was saying, Breckenridge has kind of got a lot of girls who can take over the scoring roles. And Mariah Coltis also 6 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks in her own right. And then Breckenridge moved on to play LPA, 86-53 in that one. And by the way, I better loop back to that. It was 77-25, the final in that. Missed that on the State Farm Stat Report, brought to you by your local State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. Ava Janing, who has just been shooting just absolutely shooting the lights out right now, because I think Robert had sent me what the stats were. 8 for 13 she's shooting from three-point land here in the tournament. She was 5 of 6 in this matchup against LPA. She had 21 points. Jonica Bernades with 19, Emily Gowan with 15. And then we'll dive into the Underwood one, which was the section semifinal round to punch their ticket here. Parker Yagi had a great second half in that one, but it was Ava Janing once again, turn it on for the squad. The fearless freshman, as Robert's got that here on the graphic. Love that if you're watching here on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Jonica Bernades and Yagi each with 13. Emily Gowan with 11. And Mariah Coltis with 4. And that was the first few parts of your State Farm Star Report. Now really quick, we'll just all kind of go through their stat overview with Parker Yagi averaging 16 tonight. 8 rebounds, and then 3.4 assists, 3.6 steals. Before we go into it any further, tell me a little bit, obviously you get a front row seat, Cars. That's your cousin. So tell me a little bit about when it kind of clicked for you that this was gonna be a really good basketball player in the family.
I think Parker, obviously, as a 7th grader, very clearly showed she was going to be a really good basketball player throughout her high school career. But, I mean, growing up, she had always been the one to, she never backed down once from her older brother Cooper fighting with him. And, I mean, Parker's always just been an unbelievable athlete. And this year especially, you've really seen her take it to a whole new level of not just being the scoring punch, but really being a distributor for the Cowgirls and setting everyone up a little bit. And she's just playing all around really well. She's a really good defender, plays hard, scrappy, but then also able to kind of go down back to the basket and have a little bit of a post-up game that they can't just put a smaller guard to try to stop her from driving. They got to put a big on her, otherwise she's just going to go post up.
For sure, and then she's a 6th-year player. Once again, I remember talking to Coach Austin Himdick when he called them up after the season was over, and we were kind of doing like our autopsy on the year, and I said, man, dude, you pulled up 2 7th graders and actually threw them into the fire with minutes right away, and you weren't worried about it at all? He goes, nope. And I didn't hear one complaint about it because they held their own right away, and they showed they belong there. And I was like, watch out for those girls. And by the time they were freshmen, they were both stars in the program. I like to say that they were kind of so good at so many other things that now that they've been here so long, they're having to take on other roles and kind of be glue players. And I think Jonica's a good example of that too. You mentioned with Parker, but Jonica on the rebounds, getting 5.5 boards from a guard, while also stroking 40% of her threes, getting about a little under 14 a night. And we know that scoring total could be way higher. If she's on a different team, she's probably getting 20 a night.
Oh, for sure. They're just competitors in everything they do. And they understand that, hey, if I'm going to be the top competitor, if I'm going to give myself or my chance the best team to win, sometimes it's not scoring 25 points a night. Sometimes it's letting Ava Janing hit 4 threes in the playoff game and putting, hey, I've been playing, I remember the role I had as a freshman. Well, now it's this freshman's turn to take the reins for a little bit. And that's just what has made this team so good, is they're so well balanced in everything they do, and they share the ball so well. It never sticks in someone's hands. It's always flying around offensively. And that's what's made them good. They're just efficient in what they do, and they get really good looks from it.
We'll cover some more of what the Cowgirls do well as we continue the Red River Grain pregame show, once again serving local farmers since 1986. Want to also shout out our bonus sponsors who hopped on here for the postseason to make all these broadcasts possible. We got the Black Pelican Bar and Grill, Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative as well, Krause Brothers Construction, Cargill, Edward Jones agent Jody Hendrickson, Triple S Services, Jaworski Glass and Repair, and Valley Beat Service and Manufacturing as well. You are listening to the Red River Grain pregame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, I'll get around to it someday, Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side. And there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Jody Hendrickson can help. Stop by the office at 114 11th Street North, Wapaton. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Cargill Team Wapaton is proud to cheer on every athlete, coach, and fan at this year's tournament. Your hard work, dedication, and team spirit make our community strong. Good luck to all the teams. Play hard, have fun, and make this tournament one to remember. Cargill Team Wahpeton, supporting our community today and every day. Learn more about opportunities with us at cargill.com/careers. That's cargill.com/careers.
Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wahpeton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488.
The number of power lines knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there is not a huge change in who is farming the land, it is possible auto steering is contributing to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what is happening. You can hit a power pole. Note the location of poles in your fields. Make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work. We urge you to give safety the highest priority. This message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Now that Triple S is done moving snow, what do? Do they go into hibernation or something? Actually, let me tell you, this is when things pick up for Triple S services in Breckenridge. They offer lawn mowing, fertilizer and weed control, spring and fall cleanup, power raking, core aerating, overseeding, concrete edging, and hedge trimming as well. I think I got everything covered. Oh wait, let me go back to the list. Oh, they also do tree trimming, gutter cleaning, landscape and sprinkler maintenance, pressure washing, and stump grinding. Call Triple S services today so they can have you ready for the summer. 218-651-0144. That's 218-651-0144, and make sure to follow Triple S Services on Facebook.
And welcome back to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986. Turner Bluffus, along with Carson Yagi, joining me on the broadcast, and it's time for our keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals, Smith Motors in Wahpeton. And for my key to the game, I'm going to go with, let's try to keep, I know we've already talked about just trying to keep it, try to play a clean game when it comes to turnovers, but I'm going to shift it and say try to make it a clean game in a sense of foul trouble, because when the depth goes down, that is when you really cannot be dealing with anybody in foul trouble right now. So I'm going to see if, I know the Breckenridge Cowgirls play a very physical brand of basketball, and they're picking you up full court press, so it's kind of more of a factor than I feel like it is for other teams just because of their style of play. So that's going to be mine. Just be absolutely more conscious than usual of the foul situation. It's going to be my key to the game. You got one, Carson? If you got anything you want to throw the Cowgirls' way that you think would be pivotal to getting over the top-seeded Hillcrest Comets here?
I think they got to play with pace and just play really, really fast. Both teams like to play with only 7 girls at a time, and Breckenridge has done a really good job all year of just getting out and going and playing transition and getting some kick-out threes and that, and start to play in transition. All of a sudden, Ava Janning gets a more open look in the corner, and hopefully they can go out, play fast, and start.
All right, we'll dive into our Gruber Sports Grip Fit Check. Got to make sure to shout out Grippers now as we'll run through the Breckenridge Cowgirls. They are the visitors in this matchup. They'll have their white unis with the green trim on the sides with the cursive Cowgirls font as well. Comets rocking the red uniforms with the black trim on it, so they get going with the kind of darker shade of red with the white numbers as well. And Comets, once again, the top seeds, they get the home unis here in Minnesota. They enter this game with 2 losses on the year, and we'll continue the Red River Grain pregame show after this quick break. And you are listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM. Section Championship coming up.
It's the place where good friends gather. It's a place that's all about friendly service, good food, and occasionally really good music, too. Welcome to the Black Pelican in Wyndmere. The Black Pelican is that comfortable place where you can enjoy your favorite beverage. Take home some off sale and make some great memories. Relax and just have some fun. So stop in and take a break from the day. Make some great memories. That's what the Black Pelican is all about. The Black Pelican, where all your friends go in Wyndmere, North Dakota.
Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing is proud to serve all sugar beet growers in the valley and surrounding areas. Thank you for letting Valley Beat Service and Manufacturing take care of all your beat equipment repairs and reconditioning. Valley Beat Service and Manufacturing offers on-site farm service on all make and models of beat equipment. Thank you for trusting us to take care of your beat equipment repairs. Call 642-1181 to set up an appointment. Valley Beat Service and Manufacturing in Dwight, North Dakota.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wapton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Whether your favorite team wears purple, green, red, or any color, Gripper Sports wants to help you show off your school pride. Grippers also has the styles and inventory to fit any need. Gripper Sports Store located on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wapton, helping you show your school pride for over 20 years.
Breckenridge Public Schools inspires to excel, leading the next generation with creativity and innovation. Breckenridge Schools is proud to present tonight's sporting event, reminding listeners that sports transcends the arena and provides valuable skills that extend to the classroom and life. For up-to-date scheduling information, visit breckenridge.k12.mn.us and listen to our weekly school update on AM 1450 KBMW.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Choose Casey Formanek with Country Financial in Wapton, where he makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, car, or more, he takes the time to understand your specific insurance needs and explain what option works best for you. Call Casey at 7
as we had the equipment come loose, but looks like we're going to be hopping back in.
Hillcrest getting more second chance points early in this game.
Looks like we're back on. Apologies for the issues. And corner 3 is up from Ava Janing.
There you go.
9-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Ava answers right away. Steps into the game, and I think that's her first offensive possession, first touch, and shoots it with confidence.
And Hillcrest bombing a 3 on the response.
Game's going fast, Turner. Both teams are playing fast.
Hillcrest Lutheran Academy with Mariah Coltis trying to get a bucket to go. Off the mark. Rebounded by Yagi. 12-5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Skipped out to Jonica Bernades on the right wing. Bernades to the corner to Emily Gowan. Gowan got a ball screen, puts up a tough floater off the back iron. Breckenridge is rattled. 12-5.
There you go, Jonica.
Jonica Bernades trying to spark him. With the steal in the full court. Gets it to Emily Gowan. Looking for his screen for Mariah Coltis. Drives by. Right-handed lay is good. Emily Gowan into the scoring column and cuts lead to 5.
Really good take by Emily going to her left, but then Ava in the corner with the recent hot streak of shooting she had. Her defender was a little scared to help off, and it kept the lane open for Emily to go take it to the paint.
Breckenridge trails by 5 with 13-16 left to go. Can let everyone know that we got the stream back working. We had to adjust the camera with all of the fans and everything disconnected. So thank you for everyone for tuning in and looping back. 12-7 left to go, or 12-7 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 13:09 left to go in this opening half. They feed it inside. Mariah Coltis forces the turnover. Ava Janing out and running. Janing, who has been stroking it from 3 here in the postseason. They go inside to Parker Yagi, who's looking for her first points. A lot of contact and ends up getting stripped loose. They're letting him play to that.
They really are. Every playoffs this happens, so you start the year out and it's pretty tight with the whistle, and all of a sudden you get to the playoffs and, hey, it's a physical basketball game.
And they have it over to the right wing, skipped over to the left now.
Breckenridge going to the zone here to give Hillcrest a different look from what they've seen the first few possessions.
Hillcrest trying to make him pay with the 3. Going to leave it short. Ava Janing with the board. Janing is looking to get to Yagi. Who hits that nice behind the back? Over to Emily Gowan. Gowan. It's a ball screen. Kicked out to Jonica Bernades in the right corner. Bernades with the triple.
Really good job by Emily getting downhill, being confident, and kicking it out, and Jonica being kept ready to catch and shoot.
12-10 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I was thinking maybe Cowgirls are going to be taking a timeout, but instead they get a block and a stop here. Emily Gowan feeds it ahead to Coltis. Coltis round the horn to the left corner to Jonica Bernades. We'll see if she's going to stroke another one. 3 would give Breck the lead. Emily Gowan gets a couple ball screens. Doesn't do anything. Gets over to the left wing. Mariah Coltis now has it. Out to Parker Yagi. She's going to attack out the bounce. Left-handed layup is blocked. Hillcrest has the scouting report on her for sure. You can see the sellout.
They're going to make Breck shoot it tonight. The last thing they want to do is give Emily, give Parker, give Jonica driving lanes. They want to get the ball out to the perimeter and force Breck to beat them from the three-point line.
Ellen Retzlaff with all 12 of the points. Thought someone else had one of those threes, but she's got all 12 of Hillcrest points here from the 8th grader. They go to the high post to Sienna Fobb. Inside out look. Yagi thought about the 3, goes into the defense, loses it, and ties it up for a jump ball.
Turner, could you imagine being an 8th grader playing in one of these games right now?
I can't imagine. I remember I was going to tell someone about how Jonica was putting up deep threes as a 7th grader, and I was like, when I was a 7th grader, I don't think I could shoot a 3 that far.
I think we just had Sue Smith telling us we weren't strong enough to shoot the ball that far.
She was right. Around the horn it goes once again into the left corner. Ellen Retzlaff out to Elsa, who's going to miss the 3. And Jonica Bernades with Cowgirls down by 2. They're on a 7-0 run. Or a 7-3 run. Either way, Sienna Fobb puts up a deep 2 off the mark. She hit from there earlier in the game as they're going to go out of bounds. Emerson Berge with the hustle. Jonica Bernades making her uncomfortable.
Real good job by Jonica, just putting a little bit of pressure on them. Keep the ball uncomfortable, is able to force her. She's done that twice now. There's been 2 Hillcrest rebounds that Jonica's gotten back for Breckenridge early on.
11:01 left to go in this opening half. Jonica Bernades inbounding under the basket. Sienna Fobb catches the inbound over to the right wing to Jonica Bernades. Now to Ava Janing. Janing calls out a play. Goes to Piper Janing as it almost stolen away. Only 7 seconds to work with. Ava Janing looking to go off the bounce. And she gets a nice look at the rim and ties it up.
What a strong take by the freshman Ava.
Ava Janing with 5 points here in the early going. Cowgirls have it tied up.
Ava's kind of been the spark off the bench for the last few games here. She comes in and plays really hard defensively and then gives them a little punch offensively.
And they try feeding it inside. The drop-off pass was deflected and now stolen away or tied up. Another jump ball. Emily Gowan bringing the defensive intensity down low.
We might set a record for jump balls today. What do we have, 4 or 5 already?
They've been piling up lately. I don't know what's been going on. It's a weird theme.
The same thing at Underwood, wasn't it, too?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad it's not just me. As Jonica Bernades over to the left wing to Ava Janing. Back out to Bernades. She's got an open look at a three. Got it!
What an answer by the Cowgirls. Hillcrest came out playing really fast. Got up, 6-0 to start the game right away. Breck starts to score. They get a couple of threes, and Breck comes all the way back. It was 10-0 run right now. We're going. Jonica's got a couple threes to go with it. Ava's got a three.
I think it was 12-5, so this would be a 10-0 run, like you said, as Breckenridge gets a foul down low. Heading to the stripe for 2 free throws. You guessed it, Ellen Retzlaff. Trying to add to her dozen that she's already got. Talk about aggressiveness out the jump. Doesn't play like an 8th grader. I'm sure she's heard that plenty of times this year.
No, she doesn't. And Sienna's a really, really good post defender there. She went up confident with it. She was not backing down at all.
Off the back iron on the first.
I mean, the Retzlavs early on in the game have really done everything to control the pace for Hillcrest. The offenses ran through them. One of them attacks, they look to kick it out to the next one. Otherwise, they're looking for cutters, and this zone against Breckenridge is running. It's given them a lot of fits. They haven't been able to kind of dribble drive like they did early in the game that they were successful at. And all of a sudden, Breckenridge has been able to get a couple rebounds and get out and go. And Jonica and Ava have made people pay from 3.
3-point game as we head into the timeout break. Timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You are listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KN today.
And welcome back. As we got a 15-12 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, Turnable Office, along with Carson Yagi, as we got an 0-for-2 trip for Ellen Retzlaff. Piper Janing brings it up the floor to Parker Yagi on the right side. Now to the right elbow to Piper Janing, couple pass fakes. She goes, drops it off to Sienna Fobb. Ava Janing, after a quick little jab step, gets it over to Emily Gowan. Gowan helping the Cowgirls on this 10-0 run, make it 12-0.
Really good seal there by Parker to seal both her defender off and the ball, or Retzlaff off from coming over to help, and left Emily with a wide open layup.
It's rotated around to Elsa Retzlaff, looking to get in the scoring column. She does with the floater.
Breckenridge looking to push again. They get the ball and they're going. It's forced Hillcrest to get back. You can tell neither team is very deep. They're both playing about 7 girls. Hillcrest only played 6 so far in the game. We'll see if this fast pace is able to stay up or if someone starts to get a little tired.
Ava Janing with the left-handed layup. Not going to go. Almost gets her own rebound. Elsa Retzlaff tracks it down. Now to Ellen Retzlaff. To Elsa, she's directing traffic. Breckenridge with a 3-point lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And kicked out to Elsa Retzlaff. Don't want to leave her that open for a 3. That's wide. Tied up at 17.
Just a little bit of a breakdown there. Dribble drive in. Piper came over to help side, and they were able to get that kick out 3 for probably the worst person to leave open for Hillcrest too, unfortunately.
Piper Janing Draws the foul. Oh, someone else swapped rosters too. Just shout out Greta Drack, a Breckenridge player. I'm glad I'm not the only one who looks at the wrong roster from time to time. It's probably worse when I'm watching them every game. Emily Gowan looking to inbound and goes to Jonica Bernadez after the tight defense from the Comets. Bernadez. Oh, a lot of contact on that one. No call.
They're letting them play.
That they are. Usually Breckenridge benefits in those games. We'll see if that holds true as Ella Knutson forced the miss. Skipped over to Ellen Retzlaff. Oh, that was going to be a tough take inside. She'll have to get a pair of free throws for it. Ellen Retzlaff at the stripe. As Hillcrest has now scored the last 5 points. And after the Retzlaff free throw, now Hillcrest is 0 for 3 at the stripe to open up the game, all with Ellen Retzlaff missing them.
That Breckenridge student section waving the flag down there, really distracting.
Rattled. And 1 for 2.
I wasn't going to give the credit to Keaton Butts without a shirt on.
18-17 after the go-ahead free throw. Hillcrest back ahead. Jonica Bernadez gets a ball screen from her classmate Yagi. Skipped over to Ava Janing. Janing with a hard fake. Got a ball screen from Coltis. Over to the right wing to Yagi. Left side of the floor to Bernadez. Yagi again. Yagi looking to go inside. Spin move. Oh, wide open kick to Emily Gowan, who's going to miss the three. Don't see that very often with the good looks that they usually get off those passes.
Parker's yet to score yet, but she's done a really good job of just creating open shots for others in this one.
Corner three, I think that was tipped. And Hillcrest comes away with the rebound and drops it in for 2.
The second chance of Hillcrest is what's keeping them in it. They've had quite a few, what do you want to say, off threes that have been air balls or something weird where they just lands in our Hillcrest lap and they're able to finish it and put 2 on the board.
Retzlaff sisters with all 20 of Hillcrest points as they lead 20-17 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ellen with 15 of them after that bucket. The last 5 were scored by Elsa. They go inside to Mariah Coltis. Coltis, very nice skip pass to Parker Yagi for a wide open. Look at it, 3,
there you go.
And she drills it.
Mariah's been great at that all year. Every time she catches it, she's never nervous she always makes the right pass against Underwood zone on Tuesday. She did the exact same thing for quite a few open looks.
She kind of gets to survey over the whole defense because she's so much taller than everybody. And Elsa Retzlaff trying to come back with a 3, and they're going to say travel after the rebound.
Oh, that's three airballed threes right there that they've traveled on. Or I don't want to say they've traveled on. That Hillcrest has got the rebound on.
Gotcha.
Fortunate to get away with the travel.
2020 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ava Janing bringing it up. Gets a play from head coach Tony Bogenreef. And Jonica Bernadez on the right wing gets a ball screen. Over to the left side to Ava Janing. Janing goes to Coltis, and some physical play down there. Jockeying for position, Emerson Berge and Parker Yagi.
I'm sure Breckenridge is a little disappointed they called that foul. Not to be mad that they ever called a foul, but I think they're going to take their chances with Parker one-on-one in the post.
Right. And head coach Tony Bogenreef going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one with him. You're listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM. 2020 score against Hillcrest Lutheran Academy here in the section championship.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
And welcome back after that high camp construction timeout. Turnable office along with Carson Yagi. We got a 2020 ball game. Emily Gowan inbounding under the hoop. Gets it into Jonica Bernadez. Bernadez thought about the corner look. Gets a ball screen from Yagi.
Breckenridge trying to go right back to getting Parker the ball in the post early on.
Now Piper Janing going to look to go to work down low and loses her handle out of bounds. Yeah, you don't see them usually try to get Piper into the kind of mismatch situation there, but they thought they had something there, but couldn't make it happen.
that number 0 for Hillcrest picked up 2 early fouls, though, and they've left her in the game. So, hey, Breckenridge just trying to go at her a little bit there, get her a third one. Understands that Hillcrest isn't very deep, and unfortunately didn't go the Cowgirls' way that time.
And skipped over to Berge. She thought about driving. Now goes in the high post. All 20 points for Hillcrest scored by the Retzlaff sisters. And off the mark on that one, rebounded by Bernades.
Mariah's had a few really good defensive post-up possessions where she just stayed up tall, kind of waited for the offensive player to make her move, and then forced her to shoot over top.
Jonica Bernades not going to drop it in. That was a nice look off of the dish from Coltis. 2020, the score remains on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janing cutting off the dribble. Skipped out to an open shooter. Ellen Retzlaff knocks it down. 3-point lead for Hillcrest. Ellen Retzlaff could go for 40 if she keeps this pace. She's got 18 already. Jonica Bernades trying to answer with the floater.
Great
off the
job
mark.
by Mariah getting her hand on it there. Tip it over to Jonica.
Coltis tipped it to keep it alive. Bernades now has it back. Waiting on the ball screen from Coltis. Bernades skips to the left wing to Yagi. Yagi trying to cross up. Kicks it out to Gowan. Gowan attacking off the bounce. Looking to change speeds and go to the right hand for 2.
Finish.
She's had a couple nice finishes around the cup tonight.
No, they're not scared to go right at them. They have a mentality that we're going to get in the paint, and Hillcrest is trying to stop them to get in the paint. It's been a really good matchup down there. The refs are letting them play.
4.5 minutes remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Skip pass out to the right wing to an open shooter. Oh, almost banked it in. And the offensive rebounds continue to plague the Cowgirls. Nice block out there. And another open look for 3. Not going to go. And the air balls continue to pile up. Parker Yagi pushing tempo. Emily Gowan thought about the 3 in transition. Drives inside. Takes a bump. Out to Mariah Coltis for the midi. Off the back iron. Rebounded by the Comets. Berge feeds it up to Elsa Retzlaff. Jonica Bernades and Piper Janing coming out to guard. Elsa Retzlaff to Ellen Retzlaff for 3. Not going to go. Good follow. Dropped in for 2. Ella Knudsen, first bucket of the night.
The zone that Breckenridge is in is giving Hillcrest a little bit of troubles. It's forcing them to shoot it from 3, I think, a little more than what they'd like. But then also on the flip side, it's giving Breckenridge troubles on getting rebounded.
Jonica Bernades swings it over to Emily Gowan on the left wing. Gowan has the pass deflected and stolen away. And Ellen Retzlaff has a 20-point first half, 27-22. She's almost scored as many as the Breckenridge Cowgirls as a team. Emily Gowan, little shot fake from three-point land. And Parker Yagi frees herself up for a 3. Not going to go. Jonica Bernades trying to scrap for a rebound. Out of bounds. Off of Breckenridge. Cowgirls with a couple subs.
Breckenridge just looks a little tired right now. This pace is affecting them a little bit more than Hillcrest, and Hillcrest's been able to get out and go. They've had some sloppy turnovers. They've given up some offensive rebounds. They need to really get back into this.
27-22. Breckenridge trails on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Elsa Retzlaff over to the left wing to Knudsen. Now back to Ellen Retzlaff. Open shooter in the left corner. Buries it. Stella Moline for the triple to make it an 8-point game. 30-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here at Moorhead High School. Jonica Bernades goes to Sienna Fobb. Fobb skipped over to the right wing to Bernades. Bernades out to the right wing to Yagi. Good rotate to Piper Janing. She's going to pull the trigger at the top of the key. Gonna miss.
Really good ball reversal from Breckenridge. They'll got to be happy with that possession, getting Piper top of the key 3.
30-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge trailing the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Comets. And Hillcrest keeps pouring it on. Another 3. Breck trails by 11. Timeout taken by head coach Tony Bogenreef. We'll take one with him. You're listening to Breck Basketball on P92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the I3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Retzlaff along with Carson Yagi. Timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. Once you build with them, you won't build any other way. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy. With the Cowgirls trailing 33-22. Try to get a spark here out of the timeout. Jonica Bernades will bring it up. We'll see what they can do with this final 2 minutes before halftime. Bernades gets the ball screen from Sienna Fobb. Bernades to Ava Janing. Janing to Emily Gowan. Now rotated over to Bernades. Up to near the top of the key to Yagi. Into the left corner to Bernades. Jonica Bernades. Over to Ava Janing. Janing to Yagi. She goes inside to Fobb. Fobb trying to bully ball back down. Left-handed finish off the mark.
Nice job by Jonica.
Jonica Bernades sticking with the play to get the offensive board.
Breckenridge offense is, John, just a little stagnant here. Not a whole lot of ball reversals. A lot of dribbling back and forth between them.
And they almost turned it over here, but a nice little bounce pass from Parker Yagi to get it to Ava Janing. Good heads-up play from Yagi. And Ava Janing heads to the stripe. She's sitting on 5 points thus far. Hit a nice little triple right when she came in. First trip to the line. Sienna Fobb and Parker Yagi in to rebound. As the first, not going to go. Ellen Retzlaff with 20 points here in the opening half. And currently a 21-5 run from Hillcrest. And 0-for-2 trip for Ava Janing. Elsa Retzlaff tracks it down. She's dribbling in near half court.
Breckenridge went back to their man-to-man defense after the timeout. Try to cool down Hillcrest shooters, keep a body on them.
And Ellen Retzlaff puts up the corner three, buries it off the Elsa Retzlaff feed.
Just getting a little too aggressive on overhelping. They're leaving some shooters. They kind of have the dribble drive contained a little bit. They're not really looking to score, but then they're overhelping with it.
Jonica Bernades with the gooseneck. She answers to slow down the 24-5 run to make it 36-25.
Breckenridge just got to get a stop here. Try to get to the game. Try to get to halftime and a single or under a 10-point lead. They'll be all right.
And Hillcrest, that is the second foul on Ava Janing.
Been a game of run so far, Turner. Hillcrest started out, then Breckenridge went on the big run, then Hillcrest has responded right back with a 25-8 run now.
As we'll see if they can add to it. I think I had 24-5, I think, before that last one. So, yeah, you're right. As rotate around to the left corner. Knudsen trying to shake Yagi. And good defense there to force the kick out. And now another open shooter gets left. And Hillcrest dropping Comets from three-point land. They continue to build to the lead. And 39-25, 7 seconds remaining. Ava Janing over to Parker Yagi. Yagi with the drive and has her shot blocked, recovers it, and not able to get it to go. 39-25 as we head into your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. You're listening to the Section 6A title game on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
A flu vaccine at Sanford Health Wahpeton Clinic can prevent you from getting sick and protect the people around you. The CDC recommends annual flu vaccines for everyone 6 months and older, especially those at higher risk of complications, including pregnant women, older adults, and young children. Protect your family and community this season. Call Sanford Health Wahpeton Clinic at 701-642-7000 to schedule an appointment to get your flu vaccine.
With spring just around the corner, make sure your vehicle is ready for your next adventure. Smith Motors in Wahpeton can help you get peace of mind to hit the open road. Call now for a multi-point vehicle inspection, schedule an oil change, tire rotation, or brake check today. Take care of routine maintenance now so you can hit the open road tomorrow. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
At Wapaton Family Dentistry, they make dental care awesome. Their beautiful, expanded office uses high-tech equipment. Dr. Mason Haley, Dr. Shannon Foley, and their skill team welcome patients of all ages. They work with most insurances and will give you the healthy mouth and smile you desire. Call 701-642-8566. Again, 701-642-8566. Or schedule online at WapatonFamilyDentistry.com. Get your best smile today.
Welcome to your Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show. Your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company, Minn Kota Ag Products, and the Breckenridge Cowgirls find themselves down 39-25 at the half. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy came out first punching and coming out with a 12-3 run to open up the ball game, or 12-5 I want to say it was, and then Breck came back with a run of their own, make it 17-12. Breckenridge took the lead. And after that, Hillcrest just started bombing triples. And that is how we got a 39-25 score at the half. Breckenridge trailing Hillcrest. And it was a 27-8 run from Hillcrest to close out that half. So what were you seeing from the Cowgirls that opening half, Karst, that you think were maybe some of the reasons that the Hillcrest shooters were kind of getting left so open?
You know, I think they were just over-helping on drives. Hillcrest never really showed that they wanted to try to attack the paint or get to the paint early on in the game, trying to get downhill. They were kind of driving with just like a little bit of hesitation to look to kick out, and Breckenridge responded by, hey, we're going to send two to the ball, or we're going to kind of over-help side, and it just left a shooter on the top of the key open. Then, hey, they were able to get the first shooter covered, but they made an extra pass, got a girl open in the corner, and then Hillcrest just doing a really good job of making shots. That's part of it as well. I mean, Hillcrest is hot right now. They're playing a really good basketball game. They're confident, and they saw the first couple threes go in, and it just inspired confidence to the rest of the team.
For sure. And one of the players that was absolutely given the Cowgirls the business today, Ellen Retzlaff, so far 20 points in the first half. She started off with aggressive drives to the hoop and then started adding to it by knocking down some triples when Breckenridge had to, once again, like you said, overhelped on the drive. She's got 20 of their 39 points, and now the others, as we were kind of saying during the break, the Retzlaff sisters, they kind of get all the headlines, but if the surrounding cast is burying shots too, well, good luck. That's tough to come back from. So leading the way for the Cowgirls thus far, I got Jonica Bernades for 9 points, 5 points for Ava Janing, 3 for Parker Yagi, and then 2 apiece from Sienna Fobb, Raya Coltis, and who am I missing here, Cars? I know I'm missing. Oh, Emily. Emily's got a couple.
4.
Yeah, Emily's got a couple. There we go. I was like, hopefully I'm only missing a couple. No, I'm missing that. But Emily Gowan with 4 points too, as the Cowgirls going to need to kind of find their groove on both ends here, as Hillcrest definitely came out and played a heck of a first half here, with the exception of that little lull where they gave up a run. But other than that, they played a fantastic first half.
But this game's been a game of runs. There's been 3 runs throughout it. Hillcrest came out, started up 12-5. Breckenridge responded by going on a 12-0 run themselves to get up 17-12, and then Hillcrest responded after that. And how both these teams playing so fast, if they're able to get a stop on defense and get out in transition and hey, get a couple mismatches offensively, it really improves the offense. But then when you're on the other side of that run, and hey, every time you're taking the ball out of the basket and then trying to get into your transition offense, it's just that much further you have to go. It allows the defense to get set, and it's really slowed the Cowgirls down, where every time they're trying to go at this Hillcrest defense, Hillcrest is set waiting for them to come dribble the ball down the court.
All right, you guys are listening to Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show. We'll take a very quick break and loop back with a couple keys to the second half. You're listening on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member FDIC.
Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing is proud to serve all sugar beet growers in the valley and surrounding areas. Thank you for letting Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing take care of all your beet equipment repairs and reconditioning. Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing offers on-site farm service on all make and models of beet equipment. Thank you for trusting us to take care of your beet equipment repairs. Call 642-1181 to set up an appointment. Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing in Dwight, North Dakota.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wapton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
Now that Triple S is done moving snow, what do? Do they go into hibernation or something? Actually, let me tell you, this is when things pick up for Triple S services in Breckenridge. They offer lawn mowing, fertilizer, and weed control, spring and fall cleanup, power raking, core aerating, overseeding, concrete edging, and hedge trimming as well. I think I got everything covered. Oh wait, let me go back to the list. Oh, they also do tree trimming, gutter cleaning, landscape and sprinkler maintenance, pressure washing, and stump grinding. Call Triple S services today so they can have you ready for the summer. 218-651-0144. That's 218-651-0144, and make sure to follow Triple S Services on Facebook. If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side. And there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Jody Hendrickson can help. Stop by the office at 114 11th Street North, Wahpeton. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Minneapolis Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turnable office along with Carson Yagi. Got a 39-25 score here at your halftime break. Breckenridge trailing Hillcrest, and like Carson and I were talking about, a game of runs. We're going to see who's got the kind of first run to open up this second half. What are some things you're looking to do that you think could maybe spark Breckenridge and kind of get them back on track here, Cars?
First, Breckenridge's got to do a lot better job at just defensive rebounding. They've got some stops defensively, but Hillcrest's been really good about getting offense boards, getting second chances. But then if they're able to just get out in transition and able to get a couple mismatches, get downhill a little bit, but they've done a really good job of getting to the paint, job stocking, and finding shooters when they have been able to get there. And it just all starts with a little bit of ball movement left and right, force the Hillcrest defense to overhelp, overcommit, and then you're able to create some offense by getting downhill.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if which would be the best way to go about it. If you try to shut off Ellen Retzlaff's water entirely, or if you're trying to say, don't leave the open shooters. What do you think is going to be the priority?
I think you got to stop Ellen Retzlaff. I mean, right now she's got 20 on it. She's doing a really good job of not only is she creating for herself, but she's creating for her others. I mean, these shooters are getting open off of her passing, and you take away her, and all of a sudden you're able to kind of put some other girls in spots that they haven't been in all year, where they haven't, or they got to create their own offense now because they've been able to rely on Retzlaff.
As the Cowgirls and Comets prep for the second half, I was trying to figure out if how much warm-up time they're going to be getting here, if they're going to be able to get up some shots for a bit, but we'll take a quick break here to wrap up the Minneapolis Ag Products halftime show. Breckenridge trailing here at 39-25 at the halftime break.
Cargill Team Wahpeton is proud to cheer on every athlete, coach, and fan at this year's tournament. Your hard work, dedication, and team spirit make our community strong. Good luck to all the teams. Play hard, have fun, and make this tournament one to remember. Cargill Team Wahpeton, supporting our community today and every day. Learn more about opportunities with us at cargill.com/careers. That's cargill.com/careers.
Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wahpeton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488.
The number of power lines knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there is not a huge change in who is farming the land, it is possible auto steering is contributing to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what is happening. You can hit a power pole. Note the location of poles in your fields. Make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work. We urge you to give safety the highest priority. This message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's the place where good friends gather. It's a place that's all about friendly service, good food, and occasionally really good music, too. Welcome to the Black Pelican in Wyndmere. The Black Pelican is that comfortable place where you can enjoy your favorite beverage. Take home some off sale and make some great memories. Relax and just have some fun. So stop in and take a break from the day. Make some great memories. That's what the Black Pelican is all about. The Black Pelican, where all your friends go in Wyndmere, North Dakota.
And look at that. Turner Blofis, notoriously bad stat keeper, missed a three before halftime. So Ellen Retzlaff actually had a 23-point first half. My goodness.
Turner, you got a lot on your plate up here.
It's always an adventure, that's for sure.
They've got about 6 people down there running the production, and you're doing it up here by yourself. You're doing a great job.
I'm about to tell all the fans to stand up taller if they can. We got a 14-point ball game. Hillcrest with the ball to open it up. Cowgirls going to come out and try to bring the tenacity to open up this second half.
You've got to get a couple stops right away. Find a way to, there you go, just like that. Get on in transition now.
Bats the pass. Piper Janing comes up with the steal. Jonica Bernades gets it on the trail. Now they get it over to Emily Gowan. Gowan had it kind of poked free from Ellen Retzlaff. Gets it over to Jonica Bernades.
Breckenridge trying to get themselves in it with a few set plays that they've worked on all year. Not kind of their base offense that they ran to start out the game. Trying to draw a couple plays up to create some open shots early.
Emily Gowan misses the layup, but able to get her own miss. Jonica Bernades backing down the defender and catches a foul on the arm. I didn't know how that was going to go. Sometimes with the angle, it kind of does genuinely look like a jump ball, but
I didn't think we were going to get that one. I really thought they were going jump there.
Yeah, probably our angle. Probably looked more borderline as Jonica Bernades gets left open for a triple off the mark. Piper Janing tried following it for the rebound, but Hillcrest comes away with it. Emerson Berge gets it to Elsa Retzlaff. No points here in the second half so far as Hillcrest led 39-25 at the break. Ball screen there on Gowan to shake her free of Elsa Retzlaff.
Good job by Breckenridge denying a lot of those passes, putting Hillcrest in uncomfortable spots.
Retzlaff gets it again, trying to split between Fobb and Yegi. Now Fobb one-on-one against Elsa Retzlaff. And she gets a turnaround jumper over Fobb with the contest as well. That's a tough shot. Sienna Fobb goes inside to Parker
Nice
Yegi.
pass, nice cut by Parker.
Yegi draws the foul. 2 free throws coming. The school's all-time leading scorer and rebounder for the girls' side. Breck down by 16. 41-25 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Here in the opening minutes as Yegi buries the first. She was held to 3 points in the first half.
Breckenridge moved the ball really well here to start the second half offensively. The ball hasn't stuck in each other's hands, and they've got some good looks. Jonica got an open three right away. The nice find there to get Parker on the cut, get to the foul line. Hopefully that keeps up. They'll be able to find themselves back in this game if they're continuing to move the ball back and forth.
2-for-2 trip at the stripe for Yegi. Hillcrest gets it to Ellen Retzlaff. Now to Ella Knutson. Ellen, Elsa, and Ella all in the same starting five. And Elsa drops it in with the reverse. It was Ellen sparking the offense in the first half, but Elsa is going to try to be the one pushing the boulder up the hill this time around. Piper Janing, little shot fake and go. Left-handed finish. Ooh, that's tough. Look at that length from Janing.
Really good take there. Really good finish. You know, I don't know. I was really thinking she was going to catch it and let it shoot, but gosh, she proved me wrong with that one. Happy to see that.
43-29 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Now Janning tries to come on the trap. And, they're going to call a timeout. Timeout taken by Coach Hannah Clark. We'll take a timeout with him. You are listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live. All part of the I3G Sports Network. This timeout, once again, brought to you by Heitkamp Construction.
Whether your favorite team wears purple, green, red, or any color, Gripper Sports wants to help you show off your school pride. Grippers also has the styles and inventory to fit any need. Gripper Sports Store located on Dakota Avenue in the heart of downtown Wapaton, helping you show your school pride for over 20 years.
Welcome back after that Heitkamp Construction timeout. Breckenridge Cowgirls in their first Section 6A title game since 2001. Turner Bluffs along with Carson Yagi. We got a 14-point deficit for Breckenridge against Hillcrest Lutheran Academy. Winner heading to the state tournament. Elsa Retzlaff looking to get downhill. 10 versus 10 as she gets a nice midi to drop.
A couple of really good jobs by her, just being patient in the paint early on in the second half. 2 really big buckets.
Elsa Retzlaff with the team's first 6 points here of the second half as Parker Yagi draws the foul.
Do you think they designed like, hey, you're gonna have a really good half in this one? What is it, Ella Retzlaff?
Yeah.
You score in the second half. Okay, Elsa, you can score now.
Ellen, that was quite the half. 23 points. I'm gonna get 25 this half. I think is what she says. I'm gonna somehow top that. On a good pace right now with 6 points in the opening 2 minutes as Parker Yagi has her shot blocked as Hillcrest, just a fleet of Comets just waiting down there.
Really good.
Bucket's thrown out of bounds. Good send with the trap there.
Yes. No, first time. We didn't see a whole lot of pressure from Breckenridge in the first half. They kind of sat back and tried to let the game come to them, and all of a sudden in the second half, they're putting the pressure on Hillcrest. They've had a couple of really good traps that have created really tough offensive possessions for Hillcrest.
Inbounding will be Ava Janning. Emily Gowan waiting by the Hillcrest bench, and Gowan shakes Retzlaff, but they go to Bernades instead. Jonica Bernades crosses the timeline here at Moorhead High School. Change of venue, supposed to be at Concordia College, but they doubled up there as Ava Janning showing off the dribble moves by shaking the defender, but lost her dribble. Did a little too good of a job. Jonica Bernades. They're not giving her any room to score.
Nice
and
find.
great, yes. Mariah Coltis finding Ava Janning down low, but the left-handed reverse not going to go. And ended up going out of bounds. So Breckenridge will get it back. 14:48 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge down 45-29. Need to find an answer for the Retzlaff sisters. Ava Janning goes to Mariah Coltis. Fires over to the left slot to Jonica Bernades. She gets a ball screen. Skipped out to Ava Janning for a corner 3. Not going to drop. Jonica Bernades and Mariah Coltis both fighting for the rebound, but Hillcrest comes away with it. Elsa Retzlaff crosses the timeline. Waiting on the ball screen. Tries to go by Parker Yagi. Turns it around. Kicks it to the top of the key. Wide open triple for the Comets. Not going to drop, but they get the offensive rebound. Rotate out to a wide open Retzlaff. She can't get the 3 to go. Jonica Bernades finally comes up with a stop with the rebound. Mariah Coltis launches it down the floor. Yagi to Ava Janning. Nice little Euro step into the lefty. Hand in for 2.
The way the Janning girls have finished, Piper and Ava both have a couple really good finishes with their left hand.
I was talking with Robert between games one time about how they're one of the rare examples of girls who like to go to the left too much. Even though it's not their natural hand as it goes out of bounds.
And I don't know if the second they started playing varsity basketball, they've been really good at finishing with their left hand. You know, like you're a young kid or you're younger at the time. You're still like, hey, you got to learn how to finish with your left hand. You can't just let people sit right. I mean, they're better. They almost might be better with their left hand.
Yeah, it looks that way. As Jonica Bernades, they're trying to set her up for a triple. She'll stick with her right hand as she kicks it out to Ava Janning in the left corner. Janning with the floater. Can't drop it in, but Mariah Coltis will. Coltis with the follow.
That's how Breckenridge has got to get back in it. Got to generate a couple extra possessions. Get a couple turnovers every now and then. Get some offensive rebounds.
And after the Coltis bucket, Hillcrest is going to throw water on that fire right away. Stella Moline with the triple, her second hit from downtown. Ava Janing goes to Mariah Coltis. Coltis fires it out to Emily Gowan. Gowan to Yagi. Yagi to Jonica Bernades. Yagi was then setting a ball screen for her. And Bernades gets downhill, right-handed finish. Drops short. Mariah Coltis battles for the rebound.
Mariah's playing a really, really good game. She's moved the ball well offensively. She's made good decisions, then got them extra possessions out on the offensive glass.
And it was actually Emily Gowan who had those points in the first half that we gave to Mariah earlier. So Mariah's first points of the game on that bucket. Speaking of Gowan, buries the short jumper. 13-point ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
With the shot clock winding down, too, I didn't realize also you looked up, there was 2 seconds on the shot clock. It was a great shot by Emily.
As Emily Gowan has got 8 points, second on the team to Jonica Bernades with 9, but she hasn't scored here in the second half yet. Very nice spin move by Ellen Retzlaff, and 1! That is such a smooth take from the 8th grader.
It's kind of unfortunate how good we figured out she is in this basketball game.
Ellen Retzlaff's first points of the second half. So they're slowing her down for 6 minutes, but Mariah Coltis will get tagged with a foul. Only her first, but she'll get a breather, as does Gowan. After the Retzlaff finish, leads back to 16 with the N1. Jonica Bernades to Parker Yagi. Yagi drives inside, left-handed, finish is good. Love to see Parker get aggressive.
The Cowgirls done a really good job getting downhill here in the second half. Early on, they've been able to beat their defender and been able to get a couple good looks at the rim.
Rotate around to the left corner. And that is Berge. Ball gets on the floor, but Hillcrest scoops it up. Elsa Retzlaff trying to get by Ava Janing. Over to Ellen Retzlaff. Bernades guarding. Ellen Retzlaff picks up a dribble. Tries dropping it into the roller, and tough runner up and no good. Maybe a little bit of contact on it as well, but Breckenridge comes up with a stop. Piper Janing looking to get to the cup. Left-handed, blocked.
Breckenridge trying to play really fast, though. I like that take from Piper, trying to force the issue on Hillcrest. See if you can get to the lane, either A, get a foul, or hope to get a shot on the glass with how well we've offensive rebounded this second half.
Jonica Bernades was going to inbound under the hoop, but we got a timeout. Timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. You are listening to Breckenridge Basketball on B92.7 FM. 11:10 left to go. Hillcrest leads 51-37.
Breckenridge Public Schools inspires to excel, leading the next generation with creativity and innovation. Breckenridge Schools is proud to present tonight's sporting event, reminding listeners that sports transcends the arena and provides valuable skills that extend to the classroom and life. For up-to-date scheduling information, visit breckenridge.k12.mn.us and listen to our weekly school update on AM 1450 KBMW.
Welcome back. Apologies for all of the fun with the music. As I promised, we'll get it turned off. Lord, as Breckenridge not going to come up with a finish here. Now that we're done with our concert, as Breck's going to get a foul on the full court. Ava Janing picks it up. As Ava Janing's third foul. Elsa Retzlaff over to Ella Knutson. She fires it down the floor to get by the Breckenridge press. 10:48 left to go in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It's a nice move to get to the cup, but not going to go. Ella Knutson with a very nice take. Not going to get the left-handed layup to drop. Knutson, drop-off pass, and that is a nice feed to Stender for 2. 16-point ball game. Sienna Fobb looking to drive off the bounce. Left-handed finish off the backboard.
Really tough break here for the Cowgirls. Had a couple of pretty good defensive possessions, but just haven't been able to finish it, then go down, and unfortunately missed the layup on the opposite end.
And Ellen Retzlaff is going to get called for the travel. One of those things where I'm kind of glad we got the crew that we got, because this could definitely be a foul fest if they wanted it to, but they're keeping this keeping this moving along. I respect it. At least they're consistent. That's the only thing that matters.
No, they've done a really good job tonight.
David Janning crosses the timeline over to Emily Gowan. Gowan back to Janning on the right side of the floor. Piper Janning flashes at the elbow. Piper Janning goes to that footwork and gets a tough right-handed finish to drop. Hung on the rim for about a minute. 9:50 left to go. Cowgirls
Another really
down by 14.
tough finish by one of the Jannings.
And this is what the deficit was at the half. And Elsa Retzlaff can't knock down the three. Parker Yagi, as they're almost halfway through this half, need to start cutting into the deficit. Emily Gowan over to Ava Janning. Janning looking to go off the bounce. Nice little step back to the elbow, but can't get it to drop. Sienna Fobb with a great hustle, but they're going to say she stepped out of bounds. Mariah Coltis back in the ball game.
The ball's starting to stick a little bit for Breckenridge again, offensively. Not a whole lot of ball movement there. Got to get it moving side to side a little bit. This Hillcrest defense is really good when they're sitting in the stance and guarding.
Ellen Retzlaff, only 3 points here in the second half, as it has been mostly Elsa Retzlaff burning the Cowgirls here. As Hillcrest, another turnover from kind of getting sped up a little bit there.
This press has given them a little bit of issues. They've had some looks to get the ball in the paint, but they've gotten a little too sped up and had quite a few passes like that have just gone out of bounds.
Jonica Bernades has it in the right slot, looking for a teammate to flash open. Gets it to Emily Gowan near the top of the key. Gowan with a nice drive inside and one. Gowan with the bump and the two.
Couldn't have came at a better time.
She is now the team's leading scorer with 10 after the finish. All coming on 2-point makes. This would be her first 1-pointer of the night, as it is now a 12-point deficit. And a favorable bounce off the back of the rim. Emily Gowan has cut it to 11.
Breck needs to start chipping away at this lead a little bit. Got to get a couple stops here, string a couple stops. They haven't shot really a three in the second half. I think they had one look early on, and other than that, they've been going to the basket.
As Elsa Retzlaff changing speeds and getting to the left side of the hoop for two. And now Mariah Coltis was looking to flash down the court to get the 1-5 connection, but it is picked off. Comets looking to capitalize on the turnover. They go inside. Piper Janning, maybe they're a hair too early. Gets called for the foul. Tried tying it up for another jump ball. 13-point game. Hillcrest trying to keep Breckenridge at arm's length. As Ava Janning checks in for Piper Janning. Ava Janning is going to need to bring some offense here for Breckenridge if they're going to cut into this. And a very nice feed. It looked like two different Hillcrest players could have got that pass, but it is laid in for two by Stender. 15-point deficit. Breckenridge trailing here in the Section 6A title game against a very tough Hillcrest squad. Only 2 losses on the year as Emily Gowan gets another tough runner to go on the right side. She is trying to will her team back.
She's had that same play, I think, four times now she's made that layup. She's playing a really good game.
13 points here for Breckenridge, trying to keep her career alive here. 3 seniors in this bunch. Yagi, Bernades, and Gowan. Bernades and Yagi have been in the varsity rotation for 6 years. Goodness. You didn't even know if you were going to have kids at that point, Cars. Look at that. That's so crazy. Unreal to think of how long it's been. But Ava Janning.
And not only been in the lineup for 6 years, been kind of the main cogs in this offense for a long time.
As not the greatest timing there as her shot is blocked as Comets looking to capitalize once again with the stop. They're going to trap Elsa Retzlaff. She goes to the high post to Ellen Retzlaff. She's only got 3 points here in the second half, but she's got 26
is a
on the night.
little tired. You can tell they're just kind of reaching. They're not really sitting in the stance right now. Losing Honest Spear, you can tell, is definitely hurting their rotation right now.
For sure, as Jonica Bernades trying to slow down Ellen Retzlaff, and Mariah Coltis comes over to help, and looks like Bernades is the one that they're going to tag with the foul. She's kind of, oh, nope, Coltis is going to get it.
A little bit of a frustration possession there. You could kind of tell they were reaching. They were getting a little handsy.
Got a 57-44 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as Elsa Retzlaff continues to have a fantastic, or that's Ellen Retzlaff, continues to have a fantastic night. She's got 27 at the timeout break. This timeout brought to you by ICAM Construction. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You are listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM in the Section 6A title game.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
We got a 58-44 score after that ICAM Construction timeout, and now 59-44 after Ellen Retzlaff buries the free throw.
Breckenridge just hasn't been able to cut into the lead. Every time they've kind of had a couple big shots offensively to cut it to a 10-point lead, 11-point lead. One of the Retzlaffs comes right back down and goes right at them.
As they go to Parker Yagi, who's been held to 7 points tonight. Emily Gowan looking to go to work with the dribble package. Hands it off to Yagi. Yagi tries shaking the defender, as Hillcrest has done a great job helping over on Yagi to shut her off at the rim. And Emily Gowan continues to have the nice touch here.
Emily's been dragging them back in this game. Got to get a couple stops now.
As Ava Janing tried to guard Elsa Retzlaff all the way up the floor.
Really good job by Ava putting pressure on him.
Took a big hit on that screen as well. Ellen Retzlaff with the dump off, and Yagi's going to get called for the foul, her first.
I think that's an okay foul. They had a pretty clean kick out to an open shooter in the corner that's made him pay a couple times. Not a bad time to waste a foul there, Parker.
Emily Gowan cut the lead to 12 with the triple. She's up to 16 points. 10 of them here in the second half. And, Jonica Bernades almost forced the turnover with a nice deflection, but they'll have to wait to get it here as Emily Gowan gets the steal. Gowan trying to shake off the defenders. Over to the right wing to Ava Janing. Janing with the step back triple. Going to leave it short. Love the aggressiveness.
Got to get to the offensive glass, though, if you're Breckenridge. You've got to create a way to get more possessions.
12-point lead for Hillcrest. Who's going to add to it? Ellen Retzlaff is up to 30 points on the night. Ava Janing has it on the right wing. Out to Parker Yagi. Too long on the three. Maybe had a chance of banking in, I thought, off the release. 5:39 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge down by 14. Ava Janing trying to hunker down on Elsa Retzlaff. They go over to the left wing to Knutson. Knutson driving by Gowan. What a drop off to Stender for two. Comets just play clean offensive basketball and get a lot of open looks as a result. 16-point game with 5:18 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge trailing. You are listening on B92.7 FM.
Choose Casey Formanek with Country Financial in Wapaton, where he makes insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, car, or more, he takes the time to understand your specific insurance needs and explain what option works best for you. Call Casey at 701-353-6071 to book an appointment today. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
Parents, keep your kids on track by scheduling a well child or teen visit at Essentia Health. Annual well child visits help catch potential issues early to support the healthiest future possible. In addition to thorough exams and vaccinations, our team provides valuable health and safety advice and takes time to discuss any physical or mental health concerns. Call your local Essentia Health clinic or visit essentiahealth.org to schedule a well child or teen visit today.
And welcome back to the Section 6A title game. 5:18 left to go. Winner is heading to the state tournament. Breckenridge's got some catching up to do. 63-47. Turner Bluff along with Carson Yagi as the Cowgirls round to Piper Janing. Now Ava Janing. Ava Janing looking to shake her defender. Oh, has the left-handed shot blocked by Ellen Retzlaff. She sniffed that out perfectly. As Emily Gowan with a hard take inside. Right-handed finish, not going to go. Ava Janing trying to apply the pressure on the press. And now they go to Ellen Retzlaff. Jonica Bernadez guarding. And Piper Janing gambled on the steal. And after the nice dive, they're not going to get points yet. That three is left short. And great job sticking with it. I would love to see the offensive rebound numbers at the end of this ball game.
It's definitely been the Achilles heel for Breckenridge. They've had a lot. They forced Hillcrest to take a lot of tough threes, and on a lot of those, they've ended up getting an offensive rebound and getting a second chance bucket, and it's kind of just kept the momentum in their favor. Breckenridge's never been able to string a long run together. This second half has been very back and forth.
Jonica Bernadez was looking for her first points of the second half. Not going to go.
Breckenridge starting to feel the time crunch, pushing their offensive possessions literally, trying to bring themselves back in one time instead of just moving the ball offensively, get a good look.
4:18 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and we got a foul for the inbound. Looks like that's going to be on Bernadez.
I don't know how I feel about this scoreboard Moorhead's guy. You can't see the team fouls or timeouts. I'm really confused.
They got good ones on the sides, luckily.
That's all the way back there, though. That's the problem with these big walking track gyms.
I didn't notice it for the longest time until just now, but Parker Yagi with the steal. She's out and running. Out to Ava Janing in the left corner. Janing with the drive and draws the foul. Man, the Comets have just been flying to the rim to protect it all night.
They've played a really hard game. And, like, the Retzlaffs have played unbelievable offensively and really carried the load. But defensively, and just in the offensive glass, the Hillcrest has flown around. They've had, 5 girls, defending the ball, getting to help side defense, making sure they don't give up an offense or rebound on the flip side.
Ava Janing, 6th the first free throw. She's 3 for 3 at the stripe so far. Now 4 for 4. And a 14-point game with 4 minutes remaining. As Ava Janing, tries to get the poke. They're going to say out of bounds. They're going to say it was off the Cowgirls, though.
Ava's had a really good game defensively. Every time they get the ball past that half court where Ava's on Retzlaff, they make sure they bring someone over to screen right away, so then it's someone else guarding the ball and not Ava.
3:53 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Ava Janing trying to swipe the steal. Goes around to Ellen Retzlaff. Hillcrest running as much time as they want. As Ellen Retzlaff already got 30 on the night. Only 7 of them coming in the second half. As Elsa Retzlaff's floater isn't going to go, but the offensive rebound pulled down by Hillcrest and tied up for a jump ball. Head coach Hannah Clark can't believe it. They still get the ball, though. 3:27 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
It's been that kind of a game for Breckenridge. Can't catch a little break like that. I feel like they've gotten every jump ball. Aren't they supposed to flip the arrow?
Yeah. Now a foul. I think that one's going to be on Janing. Piper Janing, that is. 3:23 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls trying to keep their season alive for this final 3:23. 1-1 Gonna drop. As Hillcrest just having a remarkable season here. It's a good section. Cowgirls were in a really good conference. The section's solid too. We kind of found as we went along that it was a little more top heavy. Actually, I take that back because Underwood and Rothsay played pretty good in the semis. So,
yeah, Underwood was a very good team. This has got to be the toughest schedule a Breckenridge basketball team has ever played.
Oh, it's grueling. And before they even kind of loaded up with good non-conference foes, too.
Yeah.
Like, if you just went off the conference, it was so loaded.
Like, every top team in the section, they played. It wasn't like, hey, there's, 19 teams in the section. It wasn't like, hey, they played the bottom 8. It was, hey, they played the top 6. And then you look at who was in their conference in the HOL with Perm, with Frazee, with DGF.
We're about to see 2 of them in this next game. Perm and DGF are squaring off.
And then all of a sudden you look at who they played to start the year out.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling down to Minnehaha and playing Minnehaha Academy.
Sacred Heart came to town with 4,000-point scorers.
And another team that's likely to end up in the state tournament.
Yep. And then I'm trying to remember who the other one was at the beginning of the year. The defending state champ. Or not the defending state champs. Well, that was West Central.
That was West Central, yep.
Because they didn't play Mountain Iron Beulah, did they? I'm getting
No,
mixed
they
up.
did not.
No, I'm trying to remember who it was they played right at the beginning of the year, but literally probably could pull it up on our scoreboard here. By the way, Piper Janing had made one of those free throws when she was at the stripe, and now Hillcrest at the stripe in their own right. As they extend their lead to 17 with 3:14 left to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernadez over to the left wing to Ava Janing. And now Emily Gowan. She has a team-high 16 points. Only Cowgirl to hit double figures thus far as the Comets have been locking down.
They played a really good defensive game. All 5 of them have guarded the ball really well. It's been tough for Breck to get anything going.
As Jonica Bernadez showing another example of that as she can't get the layup to drop.
You know, we were talking earlier that, Breck, we got to get our Kelly Green down. We have too many shades of Kelly Green in the stand right now. We also got to do the same with the cursive Cowboys and Cowgirls. I'm looking at it, and I see the footballs. We got a different cursive than what the Breck Cowgirls got right now for basketball. And I know we can't go to the Oklahoma State Cowgirl or Cowgirl and Cowboy because we don't want to get sued again.
Not again, no.
Not again.
As Hillcrest comes away with the steal. And Ellen Retzlaff kicks it out as an open shooter, but once again, Comets. Good situational awareness. Makes sense. They've only lost 2 games all year. One of those being to Pelican Rapids, which kind of made them look mortal as the Cowgirls completed the season sweep of Pelican. 17-point deficit with 2:23 left to go.
That was one of the teams that we didn't even mention when we were talking about how good their schedule was.
Yep, they got potentially the best player in the conference.
Yeah, we're going to play Division II college basketball.
Yep.
Well, then there's another girl going to play Division I.
For UND, yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it.
Sodenberg?
Yeah, Sodenberg. As Emily Gowan looking to try to shake her defender. Gets to the cup, loses her dribble, and decides to settle for the mid-range. Not going to go. Cowgirls get Emily Gowan to steal it away, but she can't drop in the layup as they are struggling getting the lid off the tin. But Jonica Bernadez into double figures with her first points in the second half, but 1:56 remaining after the Cowgirl timeout. Breckenridge trailing 67-52 as we go into our High Camp Construction timeout break. You are listening to Breck Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Oh, man, I'm running low on gas. Wait, do you know where I can get some 91 premium no ethanol gas?
Yeah, Wahpeton Cenex carries a wide variety of gas and diesel.
Let's go. We can fill our tanks and fill our bellies at Hills 210 Cafe.
Sounds like a plan.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. High Camp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back. Turnable office along with Carson Yagi as the Breckenridge Cowgirls trailing 67-52 and is pending a miracle, likely going to be the final 2 minutes of their season.
What a fun season for the Cowgirls, though. Like we were talking about, probably the most fun schedule they've ever seen. It wasn't like you were going to the games and, hey, it's going to be bad basketball. It's going to be a blowout. I mean, they had a very good team on the schedule every night. And, I mean, Breckenridge responded very well. It was a really good – what did they have, 21 wins, 22 wins throughout the year?
Yep. They were 22-7 entering this ball game, so they had 19 in the regular season. You know, Underwood, that was supposed to come in and be one of the top teams. There was a timeout taken, by the way. That's why we can – kind of run through all of this, but we got Breckenridge beating up on Underwood. They beat them by 36 in that game that everyone probably remembers Parker breaking the scoring record and scoring her 2,000 point. You know, Barnesville, they won the section last year, did they not? In AAA, if I remember correctly? Or they were in the game.
Barnesville or DGF?
Barnesville. I thought they were subsection champs maybe, or they were in the section title game. I can't remember. I remember Barnesville making a run last year with Coach Gottenberg's first year. So Barnesville, you know, they're usually not slouches. And then Hawley, a little down here for them, but that's just because the HOL is such a gauntlet. But Hawley, like, they upset Frazee this year. Frazee was one of the top teams in the conference, too. Breckenridge got swept by Perham. But then Breckenridge, I think, swept DGF.
Well, Hawley won the state championship in volleyball in AA, so It's not like they were a bad team.
Yeah. As another jump ball. Cowgirls get the ball back with $1:29 left to go. Gowan gets a ball screen from Coltis. Drops it into Parker Yagi. Yagi skips over to Ava Janing, who will be back next year. And she dribbles it off her foot.
It's going to be very fun to watch Ava Janing guards the Retzlavs these next few years.
Oh, my goodness. As they'll have both of the Janing girls back, of course. Hopefully Anna Spear will be making a speedy recovery. Both of their fives coming back with Sienna Fobb and Mariah Coltis, so that will likely be kind of the identity of the team next year, kind of a double big front, I would think. And then, obviously, you know, going to have some other girls coming up that are going to have to slide in some roles too. And
you know, that's one of the fun things about high school sports. You never know who's going to step up or who all of a sudden the season's going to start and you're like, oh, wow, I did not think she was going to be able to play, and here she is, one of our best players.
As Elsa Retzlaff takes the foul, she'll head to the free throw line and likely going to be a substitution here for the trio of Cowgirls that are seniors playing their final game for Breck. 46.9 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. First free throw left short by Elsa Retzlaff, who had a fantastic second half again.
Turner, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to come back on the radio with you. Being 0 for 1, I think that's enough for me. I'm a very superstitious guy.
Yeah, exactly. I think we won when Connor came on, so we'll make it as a collective family.
Well, it was kind of like football when Cooper Yagi came on, and Cooper Roberts always had a big game.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then I was always scared I was going to mess their names up. Cooper Yagi with the touchdown, and Cooper Roberts is going to tell you about it. Looks like we got a timeout taken, and that will be the final minute of play for these seniors. Parker Yagi, Emily Gowan, and Jonica Bernades all getting a great ovation from the crowd. Well-deserved.
What a fun career for those three.
I know.
I mean,
I made sure to save the program from senior night that night.
To get to the subsection championship 3 years in a row, then section championship for the first time in what was it, 25 years?
Yep.
I mean, talk about a career. Parker leaves as all-time leading scorer. You think about how much Jonica and Emily have done and battled back from injuries after missing years.
And Hillcrest going to check in some other folks as well. Harper Hager in for her first action. One of the Cowgirls that is likely going to be taking on a bigger role next year. of a core that's going to consist of the Janing girls, the 2-5s, as well as Anna Spear next year. And Cowgirls have their season come to an end with a 67-52 loss to the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Comets. We'll take a quick break before we loop back with your post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty. And the Comets are your Section 6A champions. You are listening on B92.7 FM. We'll actually keep it here so you listen to the kind of ovation they get in what was a fantastic effort from the Comets. Breckenridge Cowgirls, their wait for their first section title in program history will continue as we'll do the medal ceremony now. Also, I had talked about this on a different broadcast about how I am very pro getting rid of the subsections. Like as far as the subsection championship.
Oh,
now
for sure.
Now it's just like straight championship and like.
That's what it was for the
I like that.
They had a few years of it because I remember when 2016 and 17 they went to it for the first time and it was straight 1 through 16 and it was 4 teams in the HOL in it and it's like, okay, yeah, this is why we did it. This makes sense. And then they go back to it and but then it's like you look at the boys section and it's, they're seeding them 1 through 22.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. And we'll let them do their medal ceremony now as we'll take a quick break before your Miller Realty post game show. You've been listening on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the I3G Sports Network.
Get more done with Lilligard, your local Bobcat dealer and full-service heavy-duty truck shop in Wapaton. From rugged Bobcat compact tractors and loaders to expert truck repairs, Lilligard keep your farm, acreage, and fleet running strong. Whatever the job, mowing, fencing, grading, or keeping your big rigs on the road, count on Lilligard for power and reliability. Visit Lilligard on Highway 13 West in Wapaton or call 701-642-9129. Lilligard, built to keep you moving.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wapaton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Everybody likes discounts, and really, who doesn't want to save money, especially on their auto insurance? Hi, I'm Carson Zard, a Nodak Insurance Company agent in Wapaton, North Dakota. Talk to me about how we can save you money by taking advantage of our multi-vehicle, multi-line, EFT, safe driver, and good student discounts. Call 701-642-9251 for your quote. I'm Carson Zard, your agent with answers. I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call for a quote today.
And welcome to your Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live. All part of the I3G Sports Network. Sorry about that, folks. Little touchy system here as Breckenridge has their season coming to an end with a 67-52 loss to the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Comets, and a heartbreaker to have the season coming to an end in the section title game. But before we dive into some of the stats that we'll run through, anything you want to kind of throw out there for the Cowgirls now that the kind of season's all wrapped up, or it could be relevant to the game or just the whole season as well, Cars?
It was just a really fun season. You watched them play basketball, and they were really fun to watch. It wasn't like you were going to watch, the Jonica Bernardo show or the Parker Yeager or Emery Gallen or anyone. It was they shared the ball so well. It was clean basketball, and they just did a really good job of making the simple play all year. And then, hey, they had a lot of fun doing it. You can tell that there was just an enjoyment to be on this team. And, hey, the entire community was behind them. They were excited. You look at Moorhead tonight, and it's full of green and black and green and white. And it's a cool environment to be a part of. And hats off to these girls for doing this for the community and, accomplishing all this they did over their careers.
Yeah, it's so fun. Just if we had time during the commercial breaks and whatnot, just kind of scan the crowd. All of a sudden, it's like, wow, there's someone I haven't seen at a game in 5 years. Well, that guy moved away from the area, but he's back here. Hey, there's my old coach. What's he doing back here? I'm literally just picking out people that I'm actually looking at right now. That's kind of the joy of it, and it's really great to see the girls get this kind of support that they've gotten all year. And thanks for hopping on the broadcast, Carson.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. But then, like you said too, you see all the people here, then you look online to how many people are watching tonight and just supporting it as well. That couldn't make the trip up here. And hey, it's a special community, a special team that really. Everyone just kind of fell in love with watching.
I said, Carson, the fans are so feverish. Watch what happens when I disconnect everything. Just watch. And you guys didn't disappoint. 67-52. The final again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The leading scorers in this one, Ellen Retzlaff, had 23 of her 30 in the first half. Elsa Retzlaff with 13. And then they got a quiet 11 points from Avea Stender. Bulk of that coming in the second half. And for Breckenridge, they had Mariah Coltis and Sienna Fobb each registering 2 points. Piper Janing with 5. Parker Yagi had 7 in her final game as a Cowgirl, the all-time leading scorer and rebounder for Breckenridge. Ava Janing ended the game with 9 points. Jonica Bernades had 9 of her 11 in the first half. And Emily Gowan, 10 of her 16 coming in the second half. Going down swinging in her final game as a Cowgirl once again. So congratulations on fantastic careers from those 3 seniors, Yagi, Bernades, as well as Gowan. It's been a joy to cover, obviously. We'll tell you more about it as we loop back on the Miller Realty postgame show with your play of the game, which is brought to you by Red River Agency, as well as your player of the game, brought to you by Essential Health. Here with you. You are listening to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member.
And welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the i3G Sports Network, as the Comets celebrate their Section 6A title, head into the state tournament. And once again, a tough way for the season end for the Cowgirls, but definitely nothing that they'll take away from one of the best Breckenridge basketball teams that have come through here. And really quick, before we dive into our play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, if you got one picked out, Cars, because I always cheat whenever I do play of the game. I always end up going with like a run or something like that. So I'm going to have to go with that nice 10-0 run that Breckenridge had to kind of show some life there in the first half and show some fight. And then, obviously Hillcrest kind of retook control before halftime. But what did you think that the Cowgirls were doing well during that stretch where they were playing their best basketball?
they were moving the ball really well offensively, but then also they were rebounding and getting out in transition. They had a couple of good looks where they were able to get into the paint. I think Parker had the really good drive, then kicked it out to Jonica for the inside-out three. But then Emily Gowan, too, in the second half, really almost kind of drug them back in it herself with her attacking to the basket, and had a couple in a row before she had a big end one on a really tough finish as well that just kind of kept injecting life into this Breckenridge team, and it never made them feel like they were out of it. And unfortunately, they just kind of ran out of time and weren't able to string enough stops together defensively to slow Hillcrest down.
22-8, Breckenridge ends their season, and this is going to be our final player of the game for the year. It's brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. And for tonight's player of the game, I'm going to be going with Emily Gowan, and like I said, going down swinging in her final game as a Breckenridge Cowgirl. Just a fantastic final game from her, and the offense was super tough to come by as Hillcrest was just, shutting everything down. So anything they could get was impressive. So hats off to Emily Gowan in her final game as a Cowgirl. Great career for her once again. And as you mentioned, Carson, it's so great to see all the adversity that she got through, with her knee injury. Same for Jonica Bernades. Anna Spear will be getting through that now going into her senior year. So luckily she's got some good role models in that sense for some girls to follow in the steps in. And then Parker Yagi. No notes. You literally couldn't have had a better career. You literally did everything you could have done when you came through here, and obviously not the way she wanted it to end, but a remarkable career as the most decorated player to ever come through Breckenridge, and looking forward to see what the future holds for all those seniors. And if you got any parting words or words of wisdom for these gals, Cars?
No, I don't know if I have anything, any words of wisdom, but no, it was just as a fan to watch them all these years. It was just a pleasure. They brought a lot of life back to cowgirl basketball. They got a lot of young girls excited to play cowboy basketball or cowgirl basketball, and Coach Tony Bogenreef has just done such a good job with the program of getting people excited. You see the youth camps he's putting on all summer, and it's exciting. It's going to be exciting to see the future of this program.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Coach Bogenreef, I'm happy for him that he's got his girls of his own coming up in the program. So I'm very happy that he's going to get that opportunity going forward, and excited to see the Cowgirls hopefully reload next year. It's going to obviously be tough replacing that senior class, but that's part of the job. Sometimes teams come back a lot better than you expect them to be, and end up, kind of not only picking up where they left off, but even raising the floor even more, or raising the ceiling even more. But we shall see as we'll wrap up our Miller Realty postgame show here on B92.7 FM and live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, as the Breckenridge Cowgirls have their season come to an end against the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Comets. And thanks for hopping on the broadcast, Cars.
Turner, thank you very much for having me on. It was fun.
This has been the Miller Realty postgame show, and you've been listening to the Section 6A tournament. Make sure to tune in for the coverage of the Breckenridge Cowboys game tomorrow. That will be on their home floor. And you've been once again listening on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, all part of the I3G Sports Network.
This I3G Sports Network broadcast was brought to you by Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis Medical Center, Country Financial Agent Casey Formanek, Dakota Cabinetry, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Ripper Sports Store, Heitkamp Construction, Lilligard, Merle Steam Cleaning, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Nodak Insurance Agent Carson Zarek, Optimum Rehab, Quality Toyota, OSPTI, Ready, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Sanford Health, Smith Motors, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Superior Builders, Twin Town Villa, and Wahpeton Family Dentistry. Make sure to check the broadcast calendar on KBMWnews.com and tune in to the Giants Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.